Hey Internet, Eric here. Once again, taking a break from the Phantasm series discussion so I can discuss Halloween Ends. Halloween Ends literally just came out less than a week ago, and I've discussed every other film in the franchise. Why not discuss this one? Just so everyone knows, I'm putting this in less than a minute into the video. This video will have spoilers because the things I have to discuss are very spoilerish because good and bad. So we'll say that. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I discuss plot spoilers, specific scenes, all that crap. Yes, like I said, I am discussing Halloween Ends. Now, basic plot to this is it is taking place 4 years after Halloween Kills. It's now 2022. And Lori is now living with her granddaughter, and she is writing her memoirs, her experience with Michael from 78, from 2018 and Kills, and so on. And we meet a young boy named Corey who was sadly wrongfully accused of murdering the kid he babysat one night. It was a complete accident how the kid died, and he has now become kind of a social outcast in Haddonfield. You know, whether he was found innocent, but he's still child murderer, that type of stuff. And what happens is eventually he hooks up with Allison, Lori's granddaughter. Michael returns, and then hilarity ensues. Um, let's talk about the elephant in the room. If anyone who has seen my previous two Bloomhouse, I guess you would say, Halloween discussion videos, and you follow me on social media, I had no interest or no excitement really for Halloween Ends. I did not like 2018. I thought Kills was fine. Um, and honestly, all the hype and all the constant videos I saw from other people and live streams and this and that, it kind of really got me disinterested. So I went into this film with very, very low expectations, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. I'll say that. It is far from a masterpiece that a lot of people and some of my friends are saying it is, but it is far from the fucking dumpster fire that the internet is saying. But again, it's the internet. Don't believe anything they say. First off, Jamie Lee Curtis as Lori. I liked her in this. She wasn't, in my opinion, the sad. She wasn't sad sack again. Wallowing in her booze and this and that. My favorite parts with her was when she was happy in the very beginning, when she was talking to the police officer who was in 2018 and Kills. He's not into that much, but I like the relationship when they're talking in the grocery store and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I liked her interaction with Corey when Corey is getting picked on and assaulted outside of the 7-Eleven, whatever it is, convenience store, gas station. She defends him, and then she hands him a knife and she says, "You want to do it or should I?" And they stab the tires of the punks that are picking on him. I like that. She's very motherly. She's very protective of her granddaughter and doesn't get too overprotective until like the final act. You understand why, but all that jazz. Allison as granddaughter, fine. She's given something to do in this movie other than like in 2018 where she just breaks up with her boyfriend. I liked her more in this. The Corey character. This is where the big spoilers happen. Like I said, I've warned you before, so if you're still watching, it's your own fault. I liked him a lot because of it. This movie was something different. Adding him to the mix, he is basically, how would I say this? He is a bullied teen. He comes from a shit household. His mother is psycho, abusive, mentally, verbally, physically. Dad watches it, and then there's a scene where he comes home and mom's mad because he was out with Allison all night. Mom says, "I can smell her on you," and she slaps him, and and then she goes around and hugs him and stuff like that. And then he looks at Dad, and Dad's like, "I hope you find someone you love." That type of household. And I like how he's dealing with the tragedy that was caused or the tragedy that happened. Like so far as to after he runs out on his parents. I don't know if he already ran on them or if he already killed him, but he's now living in the house where the child was killed. That house has been abandoned. It's been a year or no 19. It's been like 3 years because the child's death happened in 2019, and he's like sleeping in a spot where the kid was killed. So that's some interesting way of how he is dealing with the trauma. And when he finally goes, pure nuts. He starts killing in the town. I bought it. It wasn't so over the top, and it didn't make me laugh. Didn't make me cringe. I liked it because I felt for this kid, and that's what I like. Is I like when these characters are somewhat sympathetic when they turn bad. Um, that's why I like Halloween, Rob Zombie's version, because you're sympathetic with Michael in that one. I liked how you're pretty sympathetic with Corey, and we've all been bullied and picked on before, so I like that, and how he just wants to get revenge. Um, I liked, let's just say, I liked how his final confrontation with Lori happened. I won't spoil that, and how that plan went into effect. That was good. Did not see that coming. Um, so there, Michael. There are some nods to Halloween 3 in this movie, which I love. The opening font is the same blue hue as Halloween 3. Let's just say this is kind of like Halloween 3 because there's almost no Michael in it. We don't really get a scene with Michael until about 41 minutes in, and it's 10 seconds. And then the next time we see Michael, he's killing someone who Corey lures in. Michael's living in the sewers with the Ninja Turtles. I don't know if that's a nod to him living under the house in Resurrection, eating the rats. But he's been living in the sewers for 4 years. Okay, I mean, yes, I know he can't just go to a fucking hospital after what happened to Kills, but anyways, Corey leads him in. He kills the bad guy, or the bully, or whatever it is, and then there's sort of a bond going on, or a respect, I think, because Michael doesn't kill Corey, but I don't know. It's weird. And then eventually Corey comes back, and he takes the mask, and he is going around killing people in the town, and Michael is following him, type of thing. They have like a little working arrangement before he takes the mask. So that relationship with Michael is weird, but in the final confrontation, I was joking, it's going to be two old people fighting. The final confrontation between him and Laurie, Michael and Laurie, is really good because it's believable, because he is this old man. There is a reason why he gets overpowered by Laurie, I guess you would say. The comeuppance, all that stuff. Even though it seemed like he was basically fucking Superman and kills, you know what I mean, killing everybody with the firemen and just slicing everybody to death at the end. Here, he was just a beaten down, hurt old man, and it did make it believable. The final confrontation with Laurie was brutal. She didn't get away scot-free. We got the knitting needle to her. He gets hand sliced the way she... How do I say this? He's killed in the kitchen, but then they dispose of the body. So the way he is killed is very believable, and I liked it a lot. And then the way she disposed of the bodies, there's no way this fucker's coming back. The score was fine. What I didn't like about the movie, it just didn't blow me away. I mean, I liked the new concepts of it. You know, how it's mainly Corey's movie. I like that. It's something different. Jason Goes to Hell, something different. Friday the 13th, Part 5, different, but, the same whole copycat thing. That was nice. Breath of fresh air in this franchise, and I thought that was great. It just didn't blow me away. I mean, the returning characters were a waste. Lindsay coming back, and she's just a bartender. Who cares? Like I said, that detective coming back. Who cares? That's about it. I didn't really give a shit about any of the characters other than Allison, Laurie, and Corey. That's it. I hated the DJ. He was an asshole, but he wasn't necessary in my opinion. The deaths in this, let's say this, a lot of them, I'm surprised a lot of them were off screen. We get two really brutal ones, in my opinion. We get, I'll just say the one kid killed in the junkyard with the torch, and then the DJ. That is pretty brutal. And it's cool, these brutal kills, a lot of them are done by Corey. I like how Corey doesn't just wear the Michael Myers mask, because there's a scene where they go out and kill two people together. He's wearing a scarecrow mask, which is what he was wearing at a Halloween party with Allison. A little bit of a nod, I think, to the clown mask that Michael wore in the original. They even do a POV shot of him getting the knife. That is cool. But the gore is pretty good with those two kills. I will say. The rest, sadly, seems like it was off screen. Michael's is great. The ending of the movie, it was all right. I didn't hate it. I liked the little nod to the original at the way the movie ended itself. Overall, what do I think about this movie? It's fine. It didn't blow me away. I liked what they did differently. It's not a dumpster fire. It's my favorite of the David Gordon Green trilogy, which isn't saying much. Um, it's hard. I don't do rankings. I couldn't tell you where I would put this. It's under 3. It's under 4. It's under the original. I don't know, because the Halloween franchise, in my opinion, has some of the worst sequels when it comes to that. You know what? I don't feel ripped off watching it on Peacock on my buddy's account. You know what I mean? I didn't waste 2 hours of my time. I enjoyed most of what we saw. I would have liked a little bit more Michael. And you know what? Let me say this. I would have liked a little bit more Michael. And I know I did explain, in the beginning how he is. He is an old man. It makes sense how Laurie was able to get the drop on him and this and that, in the end. I didn't like how when Corey took the mask from him, like Corey's going to be the killer now, he literally just jumped him, threw him down on the ground, and took the mask. Again, Michael's an old man, but it's Michael Myers. He was jumped on and overpowered by a 21-year-old. Anyways, overall, I liked it. Didn't love it. That's it. That's my review. So, Halloween Kills. Let me get up see if I can upload the shitty poster. I don't know how to do the iPad, unlock the iPad thing. My daughter's not here to do it. Usually you got to do the finger swipe. I've become my father, you know what I mean? Fuck it, I can't unlock it. You've seen the shitty poster where they're back to back. Halloween Kills, it was fine. It wasn't awful. It wasn't the worst thing that is in the franchise, in my opinion. But it wasn't fucking fantastic. That's it. Put that on the poster. Halloween Kills wasn't awful, but wasn't fucking fantastic. Hey, Internet Eric here. That's it. Like and subscribe. Comment below. Tell me what you liked about it. What you didn't like about it. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Am I full of shit? All that stuff. I warned you about spoilers, so don't come at me bitching. You probably will. A lot of people still do. I'm rambling. This was a spur of the moment video. Not my best, but you know what? Not my worst. Just like Halloween Ends. Cheers.